Hello, everyone. Welcome to Heart Center Tarot. As always, my name is Marina, and I will be your guide for this portion of the journey. Welcome, my friend David from Tarot by the Bay and Tarot Up the Seven Seas. And welcome to Taco Tuesdays.
Hey everyone. The technical difficulties, I know this is you're gonna be floored by this, but I was having microphone problems. After talking with Marina for like 15 minutes behind stage, I pick up my microphone, show it to her, and then the sound went off. So a little bit of troubleshooting, and we're back.
There you go. There you go. Oh, yes. Gail K says, "Hi, guys. Can't wait to hear what David has to say about Stormy today."
Oh,
It is
I can't wait to hear what I have to say too. Well, yeah, work was busy today. I couldn't sneak off and get sneaky videos out early. I had to wait.
Yeah. Well, that's all right. That's okay. Thank you, everyone, for coming in. Just quickly going to say hi to some folks that are here. We've got Mimi has joined us. Hey, Mimi, Plucky Heroine, Tracy Rivers, Louise Fote. Hello, Louise, who's a member. We've got Sherry, Voices from the Swamp. Hey, Sherry. Linda H., who's also a member. Gail K., Katie Arbuckle, Jamie Johnson. Hey, Jamie. Lisa DeHart Hansen, Naomi Seedberg, Diana Hill, Jenny Berlin, Old Silver, Rose Blue. Oh my goodness gracious. Listen, there's so many of you in here. I can't say hi to all of you. You keep coming in.
Just say hi to the green ones, though.
Yeah. So Louise Fote, Jasper Tyrell, Becky Stone, Judy Stitches. Hey, Judy, nice to see you here. Avanel Hansen. There we go. Yeah. All righty. So, yes, we're definitely going to take a look at Stormy today, and I mean, there really isn't a whole else that has been kind of sucking up all the air. So, absolutely. So before we get started, just want to remind everyone to like, share, and subscribe. Make sure that you go over to David's channel. If you go down in the description of the video, you'll find his link. And please, he's almost at 13,000. So please go over and, give the man a hand.
Okay. Where's my pin pad? I need to hold it out to collect change.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, nice to have you here. And if you're interested in booking a personal reading, just get in touch with us. Right, just send an email. All the information is on our YouTube pages and whatnot. So, yeah, what's happening on your channel besides all these fantastic, wonderful videos that I'm laughing myself silly at? Yeah.
Well, when I have sound on my videos, which is kind of a novel concept, they had the talkies before the movies there with the talkies, the silent movies. I'd done some recent recordings with my brother. So I have a twin brother who lives about an hour away from me, and I drove down to his house and we recorded about 4 or 5 videos. Now, you've seen 2 of them. Another one's going up on Saturday. So you might see the wooden spoon survivor shirt again. And we also did a couple of shorts, like 5-10 minute readings. So there may be a quickie coming up this Friday. Just saying. With the twins, a little twin quickie.
Absolutely perfect. Okay. If you someone had asked about my YouTube channel, and actually, if you just give me, if any of the moderators that are in here, if I have any moderators that are in here, could you please put up the link to my challenge, my channel? Listen, it is cloudy, overcast, and it's been raining here for 2 days, and the air pressure is just doing a number on my head. So if I start to slur my words, I'm not drinking. I swear to God, it's coffee, straight coffee, nothing in it. But yeah. So anyway, yeah, I think I thank you, Sherry. I think I kind of cut you off. So yeah, you did some videos with Gary, and hopefully, yeah, he'll.
Yeah, and those have sound. I'm sure the two of us could pantomime a pretty hilarious video too. So yeah, you will probably be seeing more of my brother. That is for sure.
Good.
And we have a lot
Looking
of fun. We have a lot of fun doing it. So
good. Excellent. Yeah, he's the some of the videos that I've seen with the two of you. Yeah, they're entertaining, they're fun, and yeah, bring
and,
them in. Bring
and mayhem can ensue. Uh, the other fun thing is, as Gary gets more comfortable with it, you guys start getting the shtick because we have routines down. There's a lot of
yes,
things that we can play off of each other, and finishing each other's sentences is just the surface scratching of stuff of the amazing tricks that we can do.
yeah, yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Uh, yeah, Linda H says maybe you need a little something in it, Marina, in the coffee. I think you could be right. maybe,
Do you
maybe
do
I
hard,
will.
do you do hard alcohol like brandy or whiskey or anything like that?
Of course.
Oh, okay.
What?
Nasty. I don't like.
Yes.
Yeah. I found out it was a really fun thing. My daughter went away to college, and she goes to parties and gets drunk. So it's like okay, I gotta ask, like, what do you get drunk off of? I just binge drinking in college. Who heard of such things? And she's like, vodka. Ugh, why? She goes, well, I don't like the taste of alcohol. So why do you drink vodka? It's like, it's the least offensive way to get drunk really quickly.
Yes.
Okay, can't argue with that logic. And my son does rum. He does whiskey. He likes do like a whiskey and coke to sort of after he's done working. He works night shifts. Um,
Yeah.
just as a way to sort of calm him down a little bit so that he can fall asleep.
Yeah.
I'm more of a beer guy myself.
Yeah. Summertime. Beer is my go-to because I think it just goes with summertime. Otherwise, yeah, I like a spicy Caesar, or yeah, Bailey's in my coffee. That there's generally a Bailey's bottle in the cupboard, and then if I really want to kind of sit back and sip on something, yeah, then it's Scotch straight up.
Okay. Yeah,
Like
I'll do an Aperol spritz. I do mixed drinks. I don't do anything hard.
yeah, yeah. So that's my choice. Now it's been a long time since since I've been really drunk. But I think that what it was a hard lesson learned. The older I got, the harder it was to recover from the drinking. So it gets to the point that yeah, I'll tell you a quick little story. When I was working back in Nova Scotia, and I was married, and we had decided we're going to stop at a pub after work just for a quick drink. That was it. Well, it was more than a quick drink, and it was several hours later that we left. And yeah, I stumbled on to the last ferry to go from Halifax to Dartmouth so that I could, go home. And I was going to have to get on the bus, but I wasn't sure if the bus was running that time of night. So I stopped at a phone booth. This was before the days of cell phones. And I stopped at a phone booth and I called home. And I swear that it did not ring all the way through before I heard my ex's voice. Hello? And I said, hey, it's me. Where are you? I said, well, we stopped off after work and blah, 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 blah. And I said, so, I'm waiting for the bus, but I don't know if the bus is coming. And I'm wondering if you can come pick me up. Where are you? I mean, he was pissed. It would have been one thing if I had, and rightly so, because if I had called ahead of time and said, I'm going to be late, he said, yeah, whatever. But not knowing. So I was trying to describe where I was, and I wasn't doing a very good job of it. And so finally he said, okay, look, if is there an intersection where you are? And I said, yes. And he said, okay, what intersection are you at? And I said, I'm on the corner of walk and don't walk.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, it's a long walk home, wasn't it, that night?
Yeah, I was finally able to identify a building which he knew, and he said, just stay there, don't move. Do not move from there. Yeah, he was not a happy camper. I can't say that I blame him.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a good deal of pain going to work the next day. Yeah, but hearing him tell the story of what it was like to, she's on the corner of walk and don't walk.
Don't walk. Please.
Anyway, all righty. So let's take a look at Stormy Daniels' testimony today. She really laid out kind of the story of their meeting and what had happened. First off, can we just take a look at how did this go over with the jury? How did her testimony affect the jury? Yeah.
That's a good question. I was thinking about what would be the first question I asked. Like, the one I really want to know is how was her testimony with the jury? Because that's the big one, right? Let's take absolutely. A look. Entertainment purposes only. What do we got? Oh, 9 of Swords. Okay, so a lot of stress and anxiety. And I think maybe they looked at her. I don't think this is the jury stressed and anxious, although I think there were some stressful and anxious moments there, not the least of which that the prosecutors and the judge had to keep asking her to slow down when you're talking because the stenographer can't keep up. And when she started getting into details that she wasn't that were right on the fence of what she should or should not be talking about, the objections were coming fast and furious. And the judge at one point, I don't know if the jury was there, I don't think they were, but the judge was getting annoyed with the prosecution for the witness not necessarily answering questions, straying too close to the line or over the line. But there was a lot of anxiety there, and I think the jury might look at her testimony and saying, she was a little bit stressed out. Well, somebody was stressed out here. There was definitely stress. Trump was glowering the whole time. Oh wow. Okay, so swords are also about intelligence, and you could also say that her testimony is kind of like the stuff of nightmares for Donald Trump. It crossed with the 5 of Swords. I think she came across as credible, and it's kind of like a game, set, match type thing.
Yeah.
And the jury is going to remember her testimony. They are not going to forget what she had to say. And I think also part of this is that she conveyed how she just wanted this over with, that she was under a lot of stress. She's getting threats from people, and she wanted this done. Trump comes across as just a cad. That's about the best thing you can say about him. Oh, me and my wife, we don't sleep in the same room. And then, oh, do you get tested for STDs? And then immediately goes bareback on her without a condom, even though she has literally talked with him at length about the porn industry and how the group she works with, you have to use condoms. There's just no thing. So, of course, he doesn't because he's an asshole. But, yeah, I think the jury's looking at this as like, this is a really damaging witness to Trump. Interesting. So in the past, we got the Hanged Man. I think the jury was really curious to see what she was going to be like.
Yep.
Is she going to be a credible witness? Is she going to be a hot mess? What is she going to be like? And now they got to find out. So after during her testimony, they were probably on the edge of their seats, wanting to find out what's next, because she's providing a lot of she's providing the spice to the story, but she's also connecting what was going on, and she was, undermining the whole narrative that he was trying to keep it from Melania. When she mentions, "Oh, your wife is beautiful." "Oh, yeah, well, we don't even sleep in the same room anymore." It's like, yeah, don't worry about her. She won't be a problem.
Exactly.
Type of thing. It's like, yeah, he's maybe not the family man that he might put himself off to be. By the way, thank you, Kim, for the donation. I appreciate it.
Yes.
Overarching energies. We go from the 3 of Wands to the 4 of Wands. They've been waiting for her testimony, and her testimony came. That's what we got going on here. 3 of Wands. Oh, we know she's coming. We know she's coming up. Today's the day, type of thing. And her testimony really, to me, it drove the case forward. It pushed the case forward. It wasn't out of control. It was a very controlled testimony. The prosecutors guided it through. Yeah, there were bumps in the road, and Trump's team's asking for mistrials and things like that. But I think she really moved the case forward, and the prosecution's prosecution's theories forward. And the outcome is the Ace of Pentacles. Big push. I think the jury was wondering who she was, and they came out of this thinking her testimony is valuable. Now, the one thing that some of the papers or some of the articles were talking about was the one part that might be the jury might look at as incredulous is that she said she wasn't doing it for the money. Yet, something I was reading is that, but there was a bidding war that was happening between Trump and Cohen and other agencies, that Trump and Cohen won the bidding war. And when Cohen wasn't going to pay, she backed out. She fired Davidson, got Avenatti, and then got the payment. So it's a little bit hard to believe that that she wasn't interested in the money. She says she's not, but there it is. I don't know. I mean, I can understand her wanting to be out of it, and I can also understand it's like, well, if I'm going to have to go through this fucking hell, yeah, your ass is going to pay, and F you. You're going to pay more because F you, you asshole.
Exactly. Yeah, I think that's probably how a lot of them would view it.
Yeah, I think to me it's like she's relatable in that regard. I think I can imagine the jury could put themselves in her shoes and say, I can see both things happening. Wanting it to be done, and yeah, give me my damn money because I've already suffered enough from you.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so yeah, I start off with the 7 of Wands.
Okay, good.
The challenge and all that kind, the defending positions and whatnot. I think that she did a good job in a lot of ways, in kind of explaining how this all came about. It's not like she went looking for it, right? In fact, she testified that when she was first asked, or when who was it, the security guard or Trump's security, whatever, when he first,
the guy Keith, I think his name is, he's the head of security.
Yes, yeah. When he approached her and said, Mr. Trump is interested in having you join him for dinner, and she said, oh, no. Like, not interested. And it was her publicist who said, no, go. So I think what she's able to do in a rough way is with the magician, she is able to kind of show them all the different tools and all the different little things that were used along the way to get her to the position that she's in. A lot of it, it was more reaction to what was going on than what she had planned. She really hadn't planned. She was kind of done with that. Um, she came across as the Queen of Swords.
Mm.
Like, she did come across as, here you go. You want the truth? I'm going to give you the truth. This is the truth. And do I have text messages and pictures to prove it? Yes, I do. Here they are. So, with the defense trying to talk their way around it, and like when it got to the name calling, well, you said all these things about him, and yeah, I did. And why did I do that? Because he started it. He did it first. He called me names first. So then, yeah, his lawyer had to say, well, okay, so somebody started it, but both of you carried it on.
Well, it's funny because they had the publicist go on there, or the not the publicist, but the vice president of Penguin Books or whatever it was, talking about the ghostwriter, and Trump had that quote: "An eye for an eye. If they go after you, you go after them. They hurt you,
Yes.
you hurt them back as hard as you can." Oh, see, and if I were, I would have brought that up. He
Yes.
started it by his own thing, eye for an eye. I
Yeah.
return the favor in kind.
Exactly. So yeah, she did very much come across as the Queen of Swords, and that this is what it is. Here's the facts. You can look at them and whatnot. I too got the Hangman,
Ah,
and I also got the High Priestess. I think she
mm,
did exactly what the prosecution was hoping that she would do.
that's
She
it.
told a story in a way that was credible, believable. Um, yes, she might have made some money on it, but considering the little money that she got, she's not going to retire on what little she got.
Yeah.
And if the situation was on the other foot, he'd be asking for a lot more. So I think she did come across as credible.
It's a great card for her because as we have Celtic Seer coming in and waving, and I'm thinking about like the Druids, and when you
Yes,
have or even the Wiccas, where you have a female priestess is the high priestess of that. She's the spiritual source. She's that she
yes,
she was just that divine feminine, and she told it like it was, and she's just
yes,
so credible. The other thing I was kind of chuckling at Seven of Wands, she's also beating off his, excuse the term, his advances. That was the other
yes,
thing that was wild. It's like, no, I don't want to go up and talk to him. And
yes,
he keeps wanting to do stuff, and it's like, no, 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 get away from me, you're a creep. That's not
yes,
the type of thing that a person who's extorting you is going to do.
exactly.
She just undermined all these. The Milani defense is gone. The extortion isn't going to work.
Yes,
Yeah, he's screwed.
yeah, yeah.
What
I
happened to a
I
nicer guy?
I would say so. Yes, he was in court. So let's find out, what did he think? What did Trump think of her testimony?
She's a nasty poo poo head. It says mean things about me
Yeah,
in front of my son Eric.
yeah.
Okay, what
Yes,
does Trump think about Stormy's testimony? Uh, um, he is trying to project strength when everything about him is her owning him and showing his weakness. I think he's going to be backpedaling because she basically showed all his foibles, all his weakness, everything that's weak about Donald Trump. From a woman beating him with a rolled up magazine on his butt
yes,
to fooling around on his wife and not caring and just being a pig. And yeah, but yeah, he I think that he thinks she made him look weak. He's going to want revenge. I don't know how he's going to get it, but let's see what we got going on here. Crossing the burden and the Page of Cups. Her testimony it's weighing very heavily on him. That what she said is damaging to him. He knows it, he doesn't know, and he can't talk about it. He
Yes.
can't strike back. He's been shackled. The gag order on the line here. Here, you just shut your mouth. You're not allowed to talk in this case. I'm talking. Kind of like what Kamala did to Mike Pence in the VP debate, if you
Yes.
ever saw that. Excuse me, I'm talking. When a black woman starts a phrase, excuse me, yeah, you better be quiet. I've worked with a couple of ladies who use that term, and I learned real quick what excuse me was. Underneath is the Page of Cups. It just shows how like pervy and weird this guy is, and his it's like his psychosis is going to get stronger because of this, because she's made him look weak. He cannot strike back, and it's going to just make him crazy. He's just going to get just that much crazier for it. In the past, I think he thought he was going to get through this. It's just a little bit of money. She won't say anything, or I'll just deny. I'll fundraise off of it. He's found ways around this to sort of placate his emotions. But now here, oh God, current situation is the death card. He probably wants her dead. If he had his way, that witness wouldn't be alive for any further examinations in this trial. But I think the energy is that she just brought this case to a close. Everything now is just window dressing. It doesn't matter what they do to Michael Cohen at this point. She cried. Oh yeah, and judgment's over it. And the moon card. All right. Oh God, what do we got closing out here in the world? Good Lord! Remember how we talked about Trump having a health event? Yeah. Death, judgment, and the world card. The only thing that's missing is like the Ten of Swords. Good God. Okay, so yeah, he wants her dead. But he knows this case is over, which is why they tried to get a mistrial. There's no way the jury's going to believe him. This is not going to work out well for him. But he also, as much as I can't picture a scenario where Donald Trump would want to crawl under a rock and die, because I don't think he's got it in him. But if he had it in him, this would have been it. And that moon card, it's just like with the Page of Cups. The lesson to be learned is the moon card. His secrets are out. They're out there for everybody to see. The things he didn't want people to see are out there to see, and he sees it bringing him to an end. And I really do think it's going to impact his mental health. I really see that happening.
I think you are absolutely right. And I'll tell you why. Because I, too, got the death card and the world.
Oh, God.
So, yeah, absolutely. I did shuffle, and I got the Queen of Swords again.
Again, yep.
Yeah. She came in. She said her piece. He realizes that, yeah, people are now looking at him differently, and that the whole world is paying attention. She now has command of the audience. He can't say anything, and she's the one that is taking center stage. I think that bothers him more than anything else. With the death card, I'm sure that under his breath, he did wish her dead more times than once. She comes across again not only as the Queen of Swords, but the Queen of Cups. Listen, he took emotional advantage. This is also his emotion, in that he can't control his emotions. He's going to end up doing something stupid. With the Fool card. And in this case, I don't see it as kind of a happy, well, I'm just going to do it on faith. I see it as he's going to do something stupid.
I mean, he started off with that post in the morning that he took down, but absolutely neutered this guy. The other thing I was thinking of, are you done? I don't want to interrupt if you're in a flow there.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. On my spread, that with that strength card, he has got to be looking at his attorneys and saying, "I've got the worst attorneys ever. They
Yeah.
they don't know what they're doing," which is why you have that Page of Pentacles. I paid these guys good money, and you know, and they're terrible. This case is going horribly, which is why they wanted that mistrial,
Yeah.
because Trump always thinks he's going to win, but he always will blame somebody when he loses. And Mr.
Exactly.
Blanche is going to meet the bus, and this basically right here, I'm sure, infuriated him, and I'm sure his lawyers are getting screamed at today. If it hasn't already happened, it's going to happen. He's going to scream at them. And
Yes.
tomorrow's Wednesday, which is a day off for the court, but yeah, Trump, if he violates the gag order, it's because he's going after Stormy Daniels. He may not be able to help himself.
Yeah, he's not. He's absolutely not going to be able to. He has to say something. He has to have the last word. No matter what, he has to have the last word. He's got, and it reminds me with Eric, who was after Stormy's testimony was going on about, well, why are we bringing this up? And something that happened 20 years ago got nothing to do with what's going on today, and
Paying a
it
lawyer.
has everything to do with what's going on today. Like it.
Here's another tub of paste, Eric. Chow down.
Yeah. Yes. I think.
Oh, and then this morning when he was playing the accordion of hypnotic falsehoods, he was talking about how he had a lawyer and he pays legal expenses. It sounds like a Seinfeld episode. I got a lawyer. I pay legal expenses. Yep. What's the problem? Yep. It's like if Michael Cohen mowed your lawn and you paid him, it's not legal expenses. It's gardening. Just because he's a lawyer doesn't mean everything he does for you is legal expenses.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. I think. Okay. Yeah. Absolutely. This is. We've waited a long time for this. It feels kind of good, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
Kind of to watch him squirm and watch.
Just watching somebody who lies and gaslights, and you have all these obnoxious people screaming and jeering at you, and you're talking the truth, and they just act like you're an idiot. And now it comes out in court where objective truth is going to win out, and all of a sudden all the lies don't get spewed because, go ahead, go under oath. Lie under oath. Let's see what happens. I'm here for that.
Yeah, exactly. And you have every right to get on the witness stand and to speak your piece. So, don't be going on about I'm not allowed to say this, I'm not allowed to say that. Take the stand. Go ahead. Yeah. Tell us your story, which he'll never do. He'll never ever do. Okay. So, I think we still have to hear from Karen McDougal.
Mm-hmm.
So can we take a look and see how is Karen McDougal feeling about going up after Stormy Daniels? Not that, there's any competition between the two, but Stormy certainly set the stage in terms of credibility and everything else. Is Karen McDougal's testimony going to be equally as powerful?
Just decided to bring her up. When I was with my brother this weekend, a friend that was coming over to his house for dinner, he's a good friend of his, that friend knows somebody that dated Karen McDougal, and this friend has met Karen McDougal, and he says she's the most gorgeous woman he has ever met in his life. And I don't doubt that. That woman is a really good-looking woman. And why? I get it. I get why she went for Trump, but self-esteem can go a long way sometimes too. All right, so Karen McDougal. What are we asking now?
Well, see, now you made me forget. What it's her her Stormy Daniels set the stage.
Right.
Is yeah, how is Karen McDougal feeling about following Stormy Daniels
Okay.
and kind of carrying on with the story?
Okay. Well, look at that energy around her as she
Yeah.
fills in the next gap here. Okay. Four of Cups. Karen McDougal, she kind of doesn't want. When I've done readings on her before, this is like the last we will hear of Karen McDougal until she dies. And
Yeah.
literally, I mean, it would be almost kind of akin to Monica Lewinsky. Um, that in that sort of, if Monica Lewinsky didn't come out on like social media or come up with line of product, you wouldn't hear about her again until she died. It would be Monica Lewinsky, who's a woman who had an
Yes.
affair with Bill Clinton. It will be the same thing with Karen McDougal.
Yeah.
That's kind of like her key moment here.
Yes.
She, again, I think she doesn't really want to do this because I think she liked Trump and she liked the relationship there, even though she broke it off. But her story needs to be heard because it fills in the picture here. And yeah, it's, oh God. Now, from what I understand, is she's found God type of thing.
Oh.
And if that's the case, it's like she knows she has to do it because she has to set herself right with God type
Yep.
of thing. There's an underlying authority figure. Now, it could just be that she's attracted to authority figure men. That would not be a shock at all. But, Four of Cups, this is the following after, you've had David Pecker and Keith Davidson, the lawyer, and you've had Stormy Daniels, and now she's the next one up for Donald Trump to just sit there and pout with. And she's going to spill a lot of truth, too. And the emperor is going to be shown to continue to not to have clothes. But I also think that she's doing what she's doing because it's God's will type of thing. I need to do this to get myself right. I sinned and I need to atone. Oh wow, look at that. In the past we have the Nine of Swords. Yeah, if Donald Trump's life was bad with Stormy Daniels,
Yeah.
Karen McDougal says, "Here, hold my Chardonnay. Here I come, honey."
Exactly.
Queen of Wands. So she's going to talk about the summer romance that she had with him, or the romance that was 10 months, anyways. And she's going to talk about all the things that they did as a couple. She's going to talk about, how he messaged her, how many times they met up, where they met up, how she just carried on a relationship with this man that told her he loved her. And she believed it. Okay. And again, I think she feels guilty and ashamed for her behaviors. Overarching energy. There's that Eight of Swords. Yeah, that goes with that Four of Cups. She really doesn't want to do this. She really doesn't. She would just as soon never talk about it again. But she's got to cut herself free from this. She does her testimony and then she walks away. We never hear from her again, type of thing. And she's going to talk about the King of Pentacles. That's funny. She's going to talk about this whole testimony here, but I think she's also learned that powerful, wealthy men just, you become like you're trapped in a gilded cage. You're not even a person anymore. You're not anything of interest. You're just a conquest. You're a hostage to them. She was concubine. She was just a concubine for him. And I think that was kind of a harsh lesson for her to have to learn. Now, she's a Playboy bunny and stuff like that. She got herself into a circle where women are trophy wives type of thing. Hopefully she's out of something like that. But oh God, so King of Pentacles and the Devil card on this one with the Emperor underneath. Yeah, she's going to spill the beans. She's going to spill the beans. She's going to talk about how she stuck with him even though things weren't working out like she was hoping they were. But she was hopeful. But he wasn't interested, and he was just using her for sex, just like he uses everything else. It's transactional.
Yep.
I seem to recall he was going to leave a bunch of money on the nightstand for her, and she says, "I'm not that kind of girl." And then he was all embarrassed because he didn't realize that wasn't just prostitution that she actually liked him. He wasn't quite sure what to do with that.
Yeah.
Everything's transact. Her testimony, I think her testimony is going to go fine. It's just going to expose him for who he is.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. So once again, our cards match. I too get the 4 of Cups. So yeah, to her, what she is going to be able to describe to the jury is she is this was somebody that, yes, she really liked. She saw herself as being someone who was, yeah, Queen of Pentacles. She was, you know, down to earth, being able to, yeah, to care about this person, to show affection to this person. She thought she was in a relationship.
Yeah.
Right. So she was treating him as if he was a partner, and it really kind of knocked her for a loop when she realized, the 5 of Pentacles, no, you're not. You're just, I may have a fondness for you because I might enjoy your company, but that's about it. She is still hurt by a lot of the things that he did. That he, I mean, she saw him as kind of the leader. This was someone that she genuinely wanted to be with, and it. She's not happy about the having to testify, but I think you're absolutely right. I get bottom of the deck. I get the 7 of Pentacles. This is she has to come in and describe what happened and say what happened so that she can move on from it. I think this is kind of more cathartic for her than it is for him. Once she gets this off her chest and she's able to have her moment, she could say, okay, God forgive me, I have sinned, and put it behind her. But she is going to be able to show the jury that they're how callous he is, in that, here is someone who really cared about him, and he's got a wife at home, and yeah, it just shows him as being very callous.
I'm curious if he used the same line on Karen McDougal that he used on Stormy Daniels.
Oh, but we don't even.
Like, we sleep in different rooms. There's really nothing there.
Yeah.
So, and certainly that would be a lure to reel her in, because it's like, oh, he's lonely, broken-hearted man. I could be his comfort, and whatever. Riding on side saddle on her white horse to his rescue.
Exactly. So hello to all the new people that have come in. Oh my gosh, thank you for being here. Thank you, Sharon Sipe, for putting up the links. And hello, Karina Grace, nice to see you here. All righty. And actually, this is a good question. Are Stormy Daniels and Karen McDougal, are they safe? Are they going to be getting the necessary protection so that if Trump tries to go after them, or if any of Trump's people try to go after them, are they well protected for the time being? Because I think this is all going to die down once it's said and done. His folks are going to forget all about it, really.
Okay.
Look, Queen of Swords again. Again, it's like the women are bringing the truth.
Okay, so I started foundation. My reading is the Ace of Cups. Strong emotions. Yeah, they're probably, they're concerned. They're wiser now because they know what they're up against,
Yes,
and there's going to be a lot of concern, fear possibly, but yeah, there certainly is concern there. Um, Crossed with the Four of Pentacles in the Hierophant. I imagine that the district attorney is providing security for them, at least on the short term. I don't know how long they will provide security for, but certainly during this court case, and maybe
yeah,
for a while later, they're going to have some security, at least while they're in New York. Now, if Stormy and Karen McDougal go back to their homes wherever they are, I don't know if they'll get much in the way of security at that point. But I think during the testimony and stuff like that, they're secure. They're located. They keep.
yes,
I think they both are probably keeping a lower. Well, Stormy Daniels probably doesn't keep a lower social media profile, but a lower. They've learned to keep a lower profile on what they're doing and where they are to
yes,
avoid the incels that will come after them. Um, in the past, the Strength card. It's a lot of courage for these women to step forward. You're talking about a wealthy white man
yes,
who has a lot of power and is, oh, by the way, happens to be a former president of the United States. Those women have balls to come forward and do this. This is not naivety. Um, Page of Pentacles, and they're out there. Are they going to be safe? They've offered their opinion. They'll probably have to pay for some security for themselves out of pocket after all this. Again, a GoFundMe would be absolutely fantastic for them.
yeah,
Um, Overarching energy, yeah, it's also keeping things secret. No, it's almost like one of the things they say when humans are very animals of routine. They're very routine oriented, so you have to keep constantly changing your routine so people don't always know where you're going to be when you're going to be there, type of thing. So it's almost like you have to drive one way out of the house one day and make a U-turn and come back just to make sure you're not being followed by somebody. You have to take some extra
yes,
precautions here. Um, Lesson we learned is the King of Wands. Yeah, again, I think they're getting protection here, but this is just this is what happens when you go after a powerful man. If he's going to want you harmed, he's going to find a way to harm you because he's got a lot of resources to do that. So you just have to be really careful knowing what you're up against. The outcome is the Ace of Wands. I do. They're just gonna have to keep. They're gonna have to be on their toes for a while until Donald Trump becomes less relevant. Like once we sort of when the news cycles goes to like the Mar-a-Lago documents case, which somebody just posted up saying is indefinitely postponed, or the January 6th case, or the Georgia RICO case that gets the focus of MAGA on those things, then they can now kind of the heat's off of them because Karen McDougal is going to disappear. You'll never hear from her again. Stormy Daniels, you'll hear from. She's going to be part of our pop culture from now on, I suspect. But Stormy Daniels, she's going to own it. Like F you, come on, bring it. I got a stick. I'll beat you with this stick. I'll beat you senseless with this stick.
yeah.
or at least a rolled up magazine cover with his face on it.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. Oh, I just noticed this, and it's from Hilda Flores, and she said, David, you may want to add more mods because it's just Sharon Sight and her, Hilda.
Okay.
So, yeah, it helps if you have more regardless. And there are great peeps here who would be great as mods. Okay. Thank you, Hilda.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay. Yeah, like I said, again, I got the Queen of Swords. This that the women have kind of drawn the line in the sand, and they've said enough. Right? This is it. We're not taking anymore. He is the the energy kind of around all this, and I've kind of almost forgotten the question now about, oh, never mind, their safety. Yeah, they will have to look out for a little while. Ultimately, it all works out. Ultimately, they are protected, and they are safe. In the meantime, though, yeah, they're going to go through some things, um, because they're right now they're the flavor of the moment, right?
Right.
And they're what everyone is paying attention to. Um, his his followers, the mega, um, they're they're mad at both of these women, not because they're so much that they're attacking Trump, is how dare you, um, how dare you draw attention to yourself, right? You need to be put in your place. That's kind of their mentality right now. But I think you're right. I think that while they're in New York, yes, there is going to be additional protection for them. Um, they're Both of them are able to emotionally, they're able to handle it, because this isn't something that just happened to them yesterday. They have been dealing with this for some time, so
Yeah.
uh, they do have some tools in their pocket that they could use. But ultimately, yeah, when this is all said and done, and when we've moved on to other things, and like you say, other cases, yeah, they're just going to be, the Playboy bunny and the porn star. So, alrighty.
How do you mod somebody? I thought it was going to be the triple lips, but that's not the case here. Or do you have to do that after the feed?
You can do it after the feed. It's one of the reasons that I have my phone on, and I've got the chat on my phone, so
Ah,
that, yeah, if I'm on my phone and I could just tap on someone, and yeah, on the three little ellipses, and I can make them a mod right from there.
it's interesting because I tried to do it here. It doesn't let me. Let me see
Oh,
here.
well, give that a try. Yeah.
Switch on my accounts here. This
There
makes
you
for
go.
exciting tarot reading, by the way. Let's get my volume turned down so I don't get the echo effect.
Music provided free of charge for your listening pleasure. Okay. So yes, I think the ladies are doing a great job. One of the other sort of question that I saw go up, and um, I have not heard about this, about Judge Cannon, and that the documents case, you said, has been put on hold indefinitely.
Yeah, somebody just posted up on MSNBC that uh, that the case has been put on a different hold. That's news to me. I hadn't heard anything about that.
Ah, okay. Well, maybe we can read on that. Yeah, and for those of you that are here from David's channel, take pity on me. I don't have nearly as many subscribers as he does.
Give her a like, give her a share, give her a subscription. They're free, you know.
Please, absolutely, absolutely, they are. um, okay. So does this mean then, if she has put it off indefinitely, does that mean that Jack Smith can go um, to the 11th Circuit and see if he can have her removed?
I don't I don't think so because one of the things that, and they talked about this on Midas Touch, one of the things that uh, the judges are allowed a lot of leeway on is setting their court calendars. And this would probably be setting the court calendar. Now, this has obviously been the unspoken elephant in the room where, he has constantly kind of prodded her. It's like, there's a lot of things we need to discuss if you want to, I think it was like May 10th or something like that. They had some deadline that they were going to be coming up in May, and there was no chance they were going to hit it. And I guess she finally decided to acknowledge that, oh yeah, that's right. There's no chance we're going to be able to hit this. I have to reschedule it. And now we have to figure out, she's going to try and reschedule it for, I don't know, August or something like that. And then it's like, oh no, I can't do it then. We'll just have to do it till after the trial.
It's too close to the election. Okay,
She's
thank
so
you, Ryder. Okay, I'm going to have to take a look at it. And see what it is. Wow. Yeah, Laura Hammond Davis, you're absolutely right. Yeah, don't count on the courts. It's going to be up to the voters.
Yeah,
absolutely. This is do not let this opportunity to vote pass you by, because you may not have another chance again. Yeah. Okay. What else? Oh, now that Trump is allowed to attend Barron's graduation, is he actually going to attend the graduation, or is he going to go to the rally that just happens to be on the same day?
Somebody had mentioned it was a rally or a fundraiser.
Yeah,
I haven't looked up his timeline to see what he's doing here. And do we know if they're at the same time of day?
That I don't know, but
yeah. Well, let's see. Well, I'll just ask. Will he do both?
Well, yeah. Well,
because I know if there's a tie, he's going to do the rally.
Oh.
Sorry, yes. Barron. I got to run for president these days.
Yes. Yeah.
Let's see.
Okay, Sylvia D says it's later in the day.
Okay.
Until Thixier says Barron probably doesn't want him there. No, he doesn't.
I can't imagine that Donald's been in Barron's life at all. Why all of a sudden would you want him there now?
No. You know what? I remember a number of years ago when he said that he leaves Barron up to his mother because it's his mother's job to raise him.
Yep.
So, I can't even attend my son's graduation. He was never going to be there anyway. But, okay.
It sounds good. It's another grievance, right?
Yes.
Okay, so will Trump be able to go to both? Will he go to both? Page of Wands. It's his duty. I think he's going to do it. Because, here's Barron graduating, walking across the stage. His little boy's all grown up. You could just see the tear in Donald's eye, the apple of his eyes, graduating. Okay, so here's Barron's thing. The Hermit card. I was gonna say I'm waiting for the coins card because here's Barron graduating, and it's like, where's the coins card? Because he has to decide between graduation and fundraising here. And here's your fundraising card, and it's crossed with the Hermit. It's basically we'll see. He's gonna be right now. He's gonna be like that non-committal parent or that non-committal person. You've got this in the morning and this in the afternoon. Are you going to do both? Are you going to come to mine? I don't know. We'll see. And that's how Trump is. He doesn't like planning things out. He doesn't want to be committed to anything because he wants to decide 5 minutes before the event that he's going. The emperor, he's running for president. This is important stuff. Can't just be going to these things. current situation is the walking away, the emotional walking away. Does he walk away from his son? Does he walk away from the money? Is he even capable of walking? Um, that's not looking good for Baron, by the way. Overarching energy is the Eight of Wands. There's messaging, there's quick things happening. I think he's going to try, he'll stay for some of Baron's stuff, but he's not going to be late for his rally. Knight of Cups, he's going to try and do both. I think he's going to try and do both on this one. He's done it to himself because he made such a big deal out of it that
Yes.
it's optics. Now it's optics, and he's all about optics. So kind of like Melania's mother dying. Oh shit. He's going where he's not wanted. Yeah, the overarching energy, yeah, I'm going to go to my son's thing, but, it's like, but I don't want you there.
Yeah.
So he'll go anyways because he's only concerned about the optics. He knows that he made a commitment and that, or he made a stink out of it, and people are going to remember. And exactly. So long as he remembers that people are going to remember, he'll show up for both. If he never said anything, no chance he would have gone to that. He would have done his fundraiser, golfed and done his fundraiser, and life was good.
Yeah, I think you're right. Absolutely right. This is him having to kind of live up to what he was complaining about. But no, he is more concerned with he's more concerned with the Four of Pentacles. How is he going to profit by this? He's holding on to what he has, but how can I turn this so that I can do or appear to do both things and come out on the better end of this? In terms of Baron, no, Baron does not want him there. Baron would. You don't look good, Dad. Are you sure that you want to do this? No, Baron doesn't want to have anything to do with him, and neither does Melania with the Queen of Cups. The two of them have they have made it very clear to him that he's not wanted there. Don't bother. We got this. We've been, Baron and I have been Baron and I forever. You can't come in at the last moment. I too get the Eight of Wands. That he's going to make a quick decision at the last minute, and I'm willing to bet you that something comes up, and that he is not able to attend Baron's graduation. Even though he has made a big thing about it, he's going to pull something, whether it's a health event or scheduling miscommunication, but something is going to happen.
That could be that Eight of Wands I got too, because that's something happening quickly and there's messaging with it.
Yeah.
Oh, Baron, I got bad news for you. I have a real powerful rally I need to go to. Golf.
Yeah, totally. I would. Oh my God, breaks my heart that I can't be there. But you know what? Yeah, I have to go back to New York. The judge wants to see me again. Anything at all. And yeah, he will use that as a way to again try to raise money at this rally or fundraiser, whatever it is. And he's going to be able to to use it in court. No, never mind. The thought, I did have a thought formulating and it's gone.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm just going to leave it at that before I start to ramble. Yeah.
Rambling is the best part. That's channeling, or it's rambling.
Yeah. Channeling, that's what I'm doing. Yes.
Yeah, channeling. That's how I sell it.
Yes, absolutely. And you know what? Speaking of, I will say for the folks who have not seen it, um, I did a pre-recorded video with Celtic Tarot Sheila on Sunday, and she's got it up on her channel, and I have it. I wasn't able to, not that I wasn't able. I don't know how to how to download all that and put it on my channel. So what I did is I have it in my community tab as a share. Okay. What we did was she wanted me to do some remote viewing. And while I'm doing the remote viewing, thank you, Jenna, that's very kind of you. While I'm doing the remote viewing and my eyes are closed, she is picking cards and showing the cards. It was the first time that I'd ever done a remote view, and I was blown away. When we were done, I was blown away, not only by the things that that I kind of tapped into, but the cards that she was pulling and how they worked together. It was amazing. So if you have not, oh, Jasper Terrell says, yeah, it was excellent. Thank you. Go over and check it out, you guys, and let me know, because if this remote viewing is something that you'd like me to do more of, then absolutely, yeah, let me know, and I could give it a try again. I would love to do it again. Yeah. So, all right. That having been said, and now that I've done some shameless self-promotion, so I am looking forward to seeing more of your videos. Looking forward to seeing you and Gary a little more often.
Well, I was talking with us like we should go to Mom's house this weekend. Drag Betty into the whole thing. That'd be a kick. Oh yes.
We can. I mean, we can see the woman responsible for all this.
Well, we have to find out where we buried her in the backyard and dig her up.
Oh. There you go. All righty. Well, listen, for those of you that are here, thank you for coming. Thank you for your support. Thank you for doing the like, share, subscribe. I know it means a lot to me, and I know it means a lot to David. And we do this because we absolutely love to do it. It's fun. It's fun. And I always get, I don't know about you, but I always get an energetic boost after I'm done.
Yeah.
It's like everyone's collective shared energy just makes me feel great. So as always, my friend, thank you for doing this with me.
Thank you very much for having me. I appreciate it.
Oh, perfect. And we will see you again on the 21st when we'll do Taco Tuesdays again. But in the meantime, go to our respective channels and find out what we're up to between now and then, because we're doing shows, we're doing lots of other things. So go check it out. Alrighty.
How many lives do you do a week? Because you seem to be a lot. You do lives almost like daily, don't you?
Pretty much.
No lack of content, no lack of live interaction with Marina.
No, I really, really, really enjoy it. Good. And just love the energy. So you guys, you take care. We'll see you in 2 weeks' time. If we don't see you before, take care. Bye.
Have a good night, everyone.